Friends, I have been making a claim in my videos that Shem, the son of Noah, established ancient India. But how, you may ask? Well, by reading ancient Tamil literature, I came to know that there were two brothers very prominent in India by the names Kaman and Saman. Out of these two, Kaman had visited the Tamil people. Unknown to many, he was the biblical Ham, the son of Noah. Even in the Tamil Bible, his name is mentioned as Kam. He introduced lovers' festival to the Tamil youth called Kaman Vira. In effect, what he was doing here is corrupting the youth just as he did in Italy in the way of Bacchanalia when his grandson Bacchus, the son of Cush, also known as Shiva, was killed by the water nymph Kali, directed by Lucifer, at Nineveh city in Assyria. Back in Italy, Noah intervened and kicked Ham out of Italy, and Ham fled to Sicily. Furthermore, Ham was also the author of the world-famous Kama Sutra. His life story is celebrated in the rural parts of Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka even today as Kaman Kuthu. Now, both Kaman and Saman, which are the biblical Ham and Shem, lived around 3000 BC. By the way, Shem was also known as Bharat in India, from whom India gets its name Bharat. He worshipped his father Noah's god, Yahweh, as Narayana, meaning the one who rested on the water. Later, the descendants of Ham, like Rama and Krishna, who hated Yahweh because of Ham's fallout with Noah, which we read in Genesis chapter 9, occupied and ruled India. They banished Bharat because of his faith in Yahweh and made him a clown with the name Narada in Indian epics, and today no one knows that he used to be their beloved King Bharat. Because of that, you will find the poets of India glorifying Ham and putting down Shem. Here is an example. Look at the 108 feet tall sculpture of Ham in India. Now, look at Shem's hardly 6 feet statue kneeling down in the same temple campus. Well, Ham is generally known as Manmadan among the Tamils, and in North India, he is known as Kamdev. Thus, giving many titles to a person is a trick played by the devil to erase history by making it unrecognizable to future generations, friends. Here is Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. They call him MBS today. After a few hundred years, if anyone comes across a statement saying MBS allowed women to drive cars in Arabia, you would agree that wouldn't straight out make any sense. However, that's exactly what the devil does to history, which is an integral part of God's truth itself. Now, what you see here is some of the many names by which Ham is known in India. Talk about confusion. Then, further reading on Ham and Shem from the Jain and other Hindu literature, we also come to know that there was a tussle between these two brothers for the throne of India when Ham tried to wrench it away from Shem. And also we come to know that their father was Rishabhadeva, who is Noah. Now, Rishab is a bull or Taurus that happened to be Noah's nickname. We know that Noah's Ark landed in Ararat in Turkey. In light of Noah's nickname, the Taurus Mountains in Turkey could have something to do with Noah. I believe even Isis donning a pair of horns is in opposition to Noah because Her childhood was ruined by a Noah supporter, namely Dionysus, whose father Ham had killed when Dionysus was a little boy. Then Dionysus grew up and attacked Egypt. That's when Ham escaped and ended up in India, leaving behind his children Isis and her brother Osiris back in Egypt, for which Isis hated Noah. And again, we know that Dionysus pursued Ham and came to ancient India. That is the big picture. However, Shem, whom I glorify so much, his kingdom did not last for long in India. Him being a pious man who worshipped Yahweh, what happened here is, in a way, a victory for the devil. However, how it all happened can be figured out in conjunction with some data we find in Rig Veda. I will explain it in my next video. Please don't miss out on that one. Thanks for watching.